Show this one. I used this one for 2 songs in the set. Actually, no, 1 song right now, right? It was 2 songs. We were doing Devil You Know, and we were doing Keep It in the Family. So I had this one set up in a drop C sharp tuning. It just sounds really great in that tuning. This one dropped for some reason. Sounds better than the other guitars dropped. So we've been using this one for the lower tuning. And obviously you could tell who this is an homage to, my friend Rick Nielsen. I'm a huge fan of his and Cheap Trick, and have been since I was a kid. And always loved his Checkerboard Explorer, just one of my favorite guitars on the planet. I actually got to play it one time when I played off Wiedersehen with them at the Greek Theater, and he asked me to jam with them, and he said, "What guitar do you want to use?" And I was like,
duh.
Yeah. Well, if I can't play the 5-neck, I'll
spin that
I'll
around.
settle for the Checkerboard.
What's his setup like?
yeah.
Was it, did it, anything strike you weird about his
No, it
guitars?
felt great.
Felt great, yeah.
And it sounded great too. It's just, I think I was playing straight through a Marshall. It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
So this was my homage to that, and they even obviously did the pickups, everything. I was like, basically just make me a guitar that Rick would be proud of, and he's seen it.
Has he seen it? Yeah.
Yes, he's seen it, and he was thrilled. He was very excited that I'm paying such an awesome tribute.
Yeah.
And it's even the age, like it's not like it's an old guitar yet, but I could even tell that it's starting to slowly age, because it's even not as white as it used to be, which is of course what I'm hoping will happen over the next 20 years. And I mean, if I hate picking favorites, but if someone came up to me in an alley and stuck a gun to my head and I said, "Here, take my wallet, here's my watch," and they said, "No, which one is your favorite guitar on tour right now?" I would probably pick this one.
Yeah.
It's just, come on, how
It's nasty.
fucking cool is that?
Sick. So are you running a pretty consistent pickup in all of these? Is it?
They all have Duncan JBs.
Okay, so Chris and I were actually just talking about this. A JB's an awesome sounding pickup. A lot of metal dudes use JBs, but what is it about a Jeff Beck pickup that metal dudes gravitate towards? Like,
I started using it in the 80s, I think, just based on the fact that the first Jackson I ever owned, I ordered a custom shop Jackson in '82, and it had a JB in it, and it sounded great.
Sure.
And so that was it for me. I've had other pickups in guitars, like I've got one of those Charvel SC1s, and that came with a DiMarzio in it, and I was like, I gotta change it. That's not sounding right for me.
Not your thing. Yeah.
And maybe for someone else, that's the tone they want, but it's not. It didn't work for me.
Right. Well, and obviously, you guys will see in a second, you're getting all the gain you could ever want from your amps.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find, look, I have a very clean, heavy tone. My tone, you hear every note in the chord I'm playing. Everything rings, everything sings, and I think the JB really kind of helps that happen, because it is, it's not wound extra. I don't need any of that,
Right.
Although I am working on another signature pickup with Duncan right now, and of course based off everything I love about the JB, but making it work even better in the combination with the EVH amps.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was like, hey, maybe with the pickup we could fix something that I'm not liking about the EQ and the EVH, and I think we figured that out.
Damn.
Yeah.
So was that just a series of them sending pickups back and forth and you kind of trying it out? And...
Actually, no. Our stage right tech, Jeff, had a custom wound Duncan that I plugged in his guitar, and there was a lot I loved about it. And so I called up Brian at Duncan and sent him literally Jeff had the picture of his custom order, and sent that in. And it turns out MJ at Duncan did the pickup for him, so she knew exactly what
it was. Yeah,
what it
so
was.
cool.
And then so we made some tweaks to that. They were FedEx to me in Florida, and we're there late. So I'm supposedly getting them now in Detroit, and we'll be able to plug them in and hear what they sound like.
That rules. Yeah, Jeff is awesome. Shout out to Jeff and to Sworn Enemy, his fucking awesome band. If you haven't heard them, definitely check them out.